So we're going to flip. Good morning, everybody. I am Banke the author, new wife, new professor, and new entrepreneur. And as you may know, we are doing the Thank You Tour, where for 30 days we interview 30 different people who have had a tremendous impact on the Always Want More journey. We're coming up to the 1-year anniversary of the release of my debut novel, Always Want More, and I could not have done it without all the amazing people who are in my village. And so one of these people is one of my, I used to have a circle of just 6 people. I was very, very territorial. I did not want that number to increase. Yes. But so this is one of my day ones, Char Letta Broom. I call her Char Bug because she got that hip hop bop to her. And so we're going to hear her thoughts on a whole lot of things. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will also be putting this on my YouTube channel, which is Banke the author. And if you go to my Instagram, which is also Banke the author, you can see a picture of me and Char. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And thank you for double tapping the screen to give me hearts. Hey, Ma.
Hey. Good morning. How are you?
So, hey Ty, thank you for joining. One of the things I've always loved about you is your business sense. So, a piece of advice that you gave me, I don't even know how many years ago, you already know what I'm going to say.
Thank you.
Right. Can you break down the fundamentals of money management?
Wow. Well, I think our saying is, if you can't manage, was it 100? Mm-hmm. You can't manage, I don't know, $1, $1 million, whatever. So, I've learned being on my own in business for myself, made good money and don't know where it went. So, if you're really not in control of your finances, it can be a disaster. So, basically what I do, I practice kind of what I preach. So I know what it is to be able to have $100 and not know where that $100 goes. So I think it's really important for young black men and women in particular to really have some type of gauge on their finances because it can make or break you. So I'm learning from mistakes, trying to clean those mistakes up and moving forward. So if I see someone trying to come up or whatever, just trying to impart what it is that I've learned. And that's what it's about. You take a little bit and you leave a little bit with people. So, and this is great. So even before Miss Author came about, Mrs. Author, we used to kick the Willy Bubbles like that. So money is a motivator for me, and it should be for, everybody. So it's just important.
Hold on one second, because people have been greeting you. Is that somebody at the door? Ebony said, "Hey, Char, she loves you." Y'all go back to the daycare days.
Yes, yeah. Hey, Miss Two, is that you?
Right. Is that a kid?
Yes.
No, we're not working right now. Good morning. Hi.
We on that job getting that money.
Right. Got to get that money several different ways. And good morning, MJ. Thank you so much for joining.
Is that MJ Allen?
Yeah.
Hey.
She said, hey. Thank you guys so much for all the heart. So you, what I've always loved about you, Char, is your transparency. So the mistakes that you made with money, and I've made, I'm still making them same mistakes.
Right.
We're trying to learn and grow. But I really appreciate you sharing your knowledge. How long have you been a business owner?
Wow. Not to date myself, but
you look good. That's all that matters.
Yes, 18 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I've always worked and worked and worked. So I've had a small business that's been kind of lucrative for about 18 years, and on top of that, I've worked a full-time and a part-time job. And I also got my hands in some real estate. So I think you have to have the hustle stream in you. So yeah, that's basically.
Where does your hustle originate from?
I don't know. I don't know. It's something that's innately in me. I've always tried to. I don't know. Ever since I probably was 5 or 6, always trying to sell pencils, juleps, whatever I could. I've always been intrigued with money, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. But I think a lot comes from my personal upbringing. Never really wanted to struggle. I was supposed to retire at 40, y'all. So Still looking for that. I don't know. I'm past 40, but we still trying to head towards that mark. So, you know, a lot of my friends call me Little Oprah. I don't know. But, I ain't got it like
that.
her.
Not yet.
Not yet. Claiming it. So, for me, it's just, I don't know. It's just always kind of been in me.
So speaking of your personal background, you lost both of your parents.
I did.
At a young age.
Yes.
What impact did that have on you? Can you give us a little of that backstory?
I think losing my parents at a young age, or just I've suffered several losses, and I think that's the drive in me. You know, and I don't know if it's just something that I know that you got to keep it moving, right? So that's very important to me. I don't know if it's something that I kind of repress what's going on in me. So for me, it's a drive. So I don't really. I find when I'm busy, I don't have to think about things. So it could be a number of things. But,
so it's like a coping mechanism.
Yeah. So I think a lot of you know, traumatic losses can really make or break you, right? Shape you. So I think for me, I grew up in a loving house with my aunt and my uncle. They did raise me. However, I knew I didn't have the support that my friends had from their mother and father. It's totally different, you know, being loved by parents and, you know, and or aunt and uncles. And I'm not saying that they didn't love me, because they did put their life on hold to make sure that I had. But I didn't have the support in terms of, like, I wanted to go to college, but I knew I had to get out of this house. So for me, it's just been personal drive, I guess. If that makes sense.
It does.
Okay.
So you're a woman of many hustles,
yes,
of many talents. Let's break down each one, okay? And if you guys saw in the Periscope title, I put what Char's Periscope name is. That's I don't even know it offhand, but it's in the title.
Chucky Chick Too Funny.
Right, Chucky Chick Too Funny.
Right.
And then also in the Instagram photo, I put her Instagram name so you guys can follow her directly. She is an awesome, dynamic woman. I find that comedians are some of the smartest people on the planet.
And darkest.
Right. And Char is no exception. So break down the hustles. Where are we right now?
In terms of...
Where we at?
We're in School Without Walls. I'm at work. I'm an advocate for youth Hillside Work Scholarship. So I work with students. I have a caseload of about 40 kids right now. So basically I follow them throughout their high school career. And with that, we do mentoring one-on-one. Listen, I'm a social worker. I'm a nurse. You know, I go to DS. You know, we do a whole host of things to make sure that students are successful. I love my job because, again, I was one of these many kids that I work with, and I didn't have that support. So for me, I think it's very important. So that's what I do, and for me, I really,
that's the day job,
right? That's my day job. And then again, I still, during the day, I have my other business running, which is a small daycare. So I'm fortunate to have site providers that maintain that. And I tell people, don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks.
All right.
So, and with that, and then I also do comedy. So that's what I really enjoy doing.
Hold that thought 1 second. Santasha, she is absolutely awesome. Thank you guys so much for that comment. Please keep double tapping the screen to give me hearts. One of the things I have definitely, I'm going to flip it for 1 second. One of the things that, so I met Char at School Without Walls. I always had a tremendous respect for her because anybody that is advocating for our youth, I fucks with. Okay, so if you go hard for these kids and you're really trying to pour into them, so I instantly had a respect for her because of that, and that's how our friendship started. She's one of these people who has several streams of income, and so I'm just wondering, for those of you who are watching, if you don't mind commenting, what are some of your streams of income? Because yes, love the youth. See. And that's why I fucks with you, Santasha. All right? So I'm just curious, what are some of your streams of income? Because as an entrepreneur, we want to get up to 7. All right? So I'm going to flip it back on Char so she can continue to just pour into us, share her testimony. She's just an awesome person to know. So please make sure you guys follow her on Periscope and Instagram.
Thank you.
So how did you get into comedy?
Let's see. again, not dating myself. I think it was like in '93. Well, people have always told me that I was, funny, kind of witty. My grandmother used to get so mad, and she used to say, you always acting like a clown. Why don't you get paid for it? I'm like, you know what? That's probably a good thing. But I got it from her, right? So, I mean, she was the biggest clown ever. So I was like, that's not a bad thing, and it's about, maybe I can make some money. So, again, but I got to say, just finding something that I love to do, that I would do for free, and 9 times out of 10, I am doing it for free.
So far.
Right. So far, we're claiming it. Right. And so for me, I was like, okay, maybe I'll try it. So around 93, we had the explosion of the black comedy. You had BET, you had Martin Lawrence, and actually those were people that I would not watch, So, there was, I got to give shouts out to talent. The Funny Man actually gave me my first break in 95.
Oh, wow.
Actually, he had an open mic that he used to run at the Yuck Yuck Club.
Is he from here?
No, he's actually from Mount Vernon. But people think he just came up, came on the scene a couple of years ago. No, actually, he started maybe 20 years ago here in Rochester. So he's always brought comics out. I had the pleasure of working with my good friend Dean Edwards, who is a national comedian.
Right.
And he's doing big things, so shout out to him. And we started doing local comedy around Rochester. And so I kind of put it away. I did it for maybe 2 years, because it really wasn't an outlet for young black comedians coming up in this area. So I kind of put it away, and I picked it up about 5 years ago. I saw Yolanda Smiles, local comedian, actually doing big things around Rochester, and I was like, wow. That was the first time that I had seen someone outside of myself, black female. So she really re-inspired me to get into comedy, to get back into comedy. And so that's how it took off. So I kind of connected with her doing local stuff. So about 4 years strong that I've been doing it now. So
that's what's up. I think that's really a sign of a real woman. Because a real woman sees what another woman is doing as motivation and not as competition.
Yes.
Right. And it's the fact that y'all linked up. That's a testament to who both of y'all really are.
Thank you.
So we got the comedy, we have the businesses, we have the youth advocacy. What is your biggest piece of advice for anybody like myself who is starting off as an entrepreneur?
Really, and I'm still learning this, to really... because you can have a lot of streams or a lot of thoughts and ideas, but you really want to kind of hone into one thing and kind of solidify that. Sometimes I think I'm all over the map, and I can handle it. But it is, you definitely have to have a plan and patience. Things aren't going to come overnight. I do know people, like I said, I know talent. I know Dean Hope is a... Hope Flood, who's one of my mentors, a mentor who's been on the comedy scene for a long time. People aren't just going to give you anything. Please don't expect to just be handed something. And I'm saying, I know these people in there in the trenches, but there's like, listen, I put in the legwork. I'll kind of give you something, but you really have to have that motivation and that drive for yourself. And don't get discouraged if you feel like, why are these people putting me on? No one's going to put you on, So you definitely just follow whatever the passions that you have. And again, whatever it is, I'm telling you, if you love to do it, you will do it for free. So working with these kids, will I work for free? To an extent, I would.
They putting your business out.
Who's that?
Ebony said you rap too. And then MJ said, what? She rap? Oh, I can bust some rhymes too. About to get this
MJ is going down on Friday. We doing karaoke revolution. It is going down. Ebony, I don't rap.
You don't rap, Char? I do call you Char Bug. Char and you got that hip hop bounce to you. I got a little something to me, but it's usually someone else's rap. Haven't come up. Hey, that may be something else in my repertoire. I don't know, but thank you guys for that. Too funny. So that is great advice for all business owners, basically to have the patience and know and not to expect any handouts.
Yes.
MJ says she got you. What is your advice for those of us like MJ and myself who work with the youth? Because you've been doing this for a long time.
Right.
So what's your OG advice on that?
just basically, again, you have to have a love and passion, because it wears your patience.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to look, what is the benefit, behind that. And again, I know that I can't save everybody, but it feels good when I see youth in the community that remember me. I may not remember them per se name, but to say, this is my staff, she's done so much for me. That is like one of the best feelings ever. And know that you were in that position at one time. So again, it comes with the patience. And again, that's just something that's in me, the caring. And sometimes the feeling's not reciprocated, but listen, the benefit really outweighs whatever else. Maybe going any other factors, maybe not enough money, or, what I'm saying, you got your own stuff going on, when you really can impart positivity to make not the world, but just where we are better. That's an awesome feeling.
What are your thoughts on Rochester? Because that's where we are.
I love my city.
Amen.
I rock for my city. We got issues. There's issues in North Carolina, Atlanta. There's issues everywhere. And listen, you got to be the life of the party. And wherever I go, just really try to uplift. And again, we can't change everything, and we get it. But if we can make a little difference, then that's where I am with it. And again, like I said, there's issues everywhere. Every family got issues. So you just have to be mindful of that. Hope that makes sense.
It does. I'm going to flip it for 1 second. So, Char, you're a part of the thank you tour because you have had a tremendous impact on me. Like you said, even before the whole book came out, before I had my company, just the fact that you share wisdom. That's what Black women do. We share wisdom with each other. When the novel was coming out and we were prepping for the book release, you were one of my top sellers, selling tickets and promoting.
That's right.
And so I really appreciate you. At this point, we've sold nearly 1,000 copies. That's something, look at God, that's something that only 3% of all authors will do. It would not have been possible without you, your push, your words of wisdom. Like, you talk about planting seeds, you don't know when they're going to blossom.
Right.
So even now, as I'm going deeper into my business, trying to do better bookkeeping and manage the money, like, I feel like I will grab onto that faster because you told me 7 years ago, if you can't manage $100, how are you going to manage $1 million? So I just want to say thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a sister. You have been one of the biggest people holding me down, like, for all these years. I appreciate you. Flip it back. Any last words that you want to share with the people?
Again, in terms of if you are looking to start a business or in business, again, just keep pushing forward. For me, again, another thing that I did, and I don't think I told you, 5 years I owned a salon. Didn't know anything about it. I went to get my hair done. Evan, do you remember this, right? Cut Creators, right? Right on the corner of Joseph and Norton. An idea, if you're an entrepreneur or someone who's in business or you have that niche, you listen, take risk. I love risk. If it's not any detriment to you, if it's not going to put you or your family members or loved ones into intimate danger, I say take it. I mean, you're only as big as your next move. So, I mean, for me, it's about risk taking, and I love taking risks. They're healthy.
Right.
So
that's all right. We'll put it back 1 last second. You can.
Just want to sneak out.
Yep.
Okay.
MJ said that is good advice. Yes, we roll with wisdom. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know it's a random time. I know most of us are at work. I am Banke the author. I'm a new author, a new professor, a new wife, and a new entrepreneur. And I am just a reflection of my city, my family, my people, my village, all the people who have poured into me. I have just been so blessed. Like, this is not me that you're seeing. What you're seeing is God. And everybody who has helped me along the way, they have allowed God to use them in that way. And I'm so grateful. Char is so funny. I used to haven't thrown a house party in a while, but she would come and she would do stand up. Do you hear me? Like, she would have everybody in there rolling, dying. So like I said, comedians are the smartest, most insightful people. I am blessed to have Char in my village. This interview and 20 other interviews from the Thank You Tour are all on my YouTube channel. You definitely want to check that out because, like I said, I have people from all walks of life who are just so strong, so wise, and so giving. So, Char, thank you for sharing your testimony with us. We love you guys, and God bless.